Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our Sunday celebration service here at Center for Spiritual Living, Minneapolis. If you're online, welcome there also. If you log in, you can actually chat back and forth as you are watching us. And we'll start off with our statement of truth, and that's that there's a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can consciously use it. You'll hear a lot of work about consciously in this teaching, because that's really what it's all about, and how to take it and use it. And our mission is to teach, demonstrate, and empower a positive spiritual approach to living. And with that, we're going to start with a song from Victoria and Carl.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Well, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Well, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry, and bright, and may all your Christmases be white, and may all your Christmases be white.
Except for this year.
Right. I also didn't send out any Christmas cards this year either.
We were walking the dogs the other day, and I thought I'm going to have to get the lawnmower out again because it's starting to look like I need to mow. So, welcome to everybody here, and I'd like you to just take a couple of deep breaths as we get centered and get into our space here. You will pray us in the sacred gathering of hearts and minds. Let's open ourselves to the transformative power of the Spirit. In the stillness of this moment, we invoke the presence of the infinite intelligence that governs the cosmos, recognizing that essence of peace resides within the depths of our being. As we breathe in the life force that animates us, let us attune our awareness to the rhythm of the universal dance. In our minds, we engage in thought, transmuting any discord into the pure gold of inner peace. May the vibrations of love, compassion, and mindfulness be the guiding principles that shape our consciousness. With gratitude, we acknowledge our capacity to choose those thoughts that align with the harmonious flow of existence. Let this be a sanctuary where we cultivate the needs of serenity, watering them with the waters of understanding, and nurturing them with the warmth of self-compassion. In this sacred space, may the symphony of our collective intentions create a resonance that harmonizes with the universal order. As we navigate the currents of life, may we find solace in the realization that inner peace is not a distant shore, but a current that flows within, guiding us to the journey of our self-discovery. With open hearts and minds, let us release the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future. In this present moment, May the light of awareness illuminate the path to inner tranquility, dispelling the shadow of doubt and fear. And as we stand on the threshold of our own consciousness, let us welcome the peace that surpasses understanding. May it be gentle companion in our individual journeys, and may the collective energy of our inner peace ripple outward, touching the world with transformative power of serenity. In gratitude and reverence, we affirm the truth that inner peace is our birthright. It is a gift from the divine intelligence that flows through us for all existence. And so it is. Now we're going to do our group reading. Repeat with me. I am ready to deepen my conviction in the power and presence for good. I am ready to apply it in my daily life. I am ready to receive God's highest blessing. I am ready to form a higher level of beingness. I am ready to be a transformative light in the world. Julie, if you'll come up and we will light our flames of faith. As everyone knows, we respect all the different paths to the one, all the different names for the one, and we recognize some of the other religions this morning. We light the candle for the Tao. Oh, push the button. There you go. We honor the candle, or light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. Now we light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. And now I invite you to light that candle within for all forms of new thought, and let that candle burn deep within you all week long, every minute of every day. And so it is. And now we'll have an inspirational reading from Charlie and Dustin.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. We're so glad to see everybody. Today's reading is from Reverend Debbie. What if Christmas? And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, it came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. What if Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store? What if Christmas perhaps means a little more? From Dr. Seuss.
I believe that as we evolve spiritually, we begin to see Christmas through new eyes. Dr. Ernest Holmes states, Christmas is for remembrance. The love manifesting through our gifts to each other typifies the offering of life, the givingness of spirit to its creation. The hands of the eternal are outstretched through our hands, and the heart of the infinite beats in the human breast. But the giver must give of himself, for the gift without the giver is bare. It is not, then, in lavish gifts that we find true giving, but in the sweet simplicity of remembrance. In the kindly thought, the tolerant mind, and the gentle act. Love alone can give love, sympathy alone can sympathize, and only goodness can really do or be good. The remembrance of which Dr. Holmes is speaking is really quite simple. It's being mindful enough, even in the midst of the frenzy, to remember that Christmas isn't just about stuff. It's about the birth of the awareness of God's presence in you and me and every other person. This truth resides in the heart of the message the Master teacher, Jesus, came to deliver. In all things, give thanks, and to simplify, live in a remembrance that God is real and that life is good.
Jesus came to a place where he located God within his own soul, and spirit became personal to him. Think of how different that was from all the other teachers before him that gave power to an entity out there somewhere. Today is about celebrating the birth and Christmas season is about celebrating the birth of the master teacher. And it is also about celebrating the renewal of ourselves, a time to reconnect from a place of love, a place of giving joyfully and receiving graciously. I'm grateful to each of you for taking time to join together in that connection, blessed to be able to share part of this special morning with you to renew and remember. If the Grinch pops his head up this Christmas week, smile and say, "Thanks for helping me remember that Christmas is far more than any material thing. It's God's love that dwells in me," I say, and it's no gift at all till I give it away. As we fill our heart and soul and mind to the glory of that which is, may the inspiration of the infinite Spirit within us make us aware of our eternal birth forever taking place. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. We love and miss
We
you
love you
all.
and miss you.
Take care. Happy New Year.
Not here, but not far away either, so. And now we'll have another song.
Keeping in the theme of the holidays being here, our songs today are all going to be around Christmas. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on display, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Ba-da-dun-da, ba-da-dun-da, ba-ba-da-da-dun-da, da-da-dun-da, ba-ba-dun-da-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-dun-da-bwee-ba, ba-dun-da-ba-bwee-ba-bwee-da-bwee-ba-da-dun-da, ba-da-ba-da-da-da-ba-da-ya-ba. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on display, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
Very nice, very nice. And now, Reverend Debbie has the talk of the week.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, so why did the meditating snowman become the most enlightened in the North Pole? No? Because he had a deep understanding of frost namaste. Oh, you guys are too kind if you're actually going to laugh. Because they get worse from here, okay? Oh, no. Why did the Christmas tree start taking meditation classes? It wanted to find its inner pine. Okay? Why did the Christmas angel go to therapy? It had unresolved ornamentation and needed a little hello. Okay, why did the Christmas turkey join a yoga class? It wanted to master Zen giving. Why did the gingerbread person go to therapy? They had too many cookie cutter issues and needed to find their own unique sweetness. Okay, so these are our courtesy of Chat GPT. I cannot take credit for any of these. But I wanted us to start off with laughter because it's the holidays, right? And we're all sort of like crazy and busy. And this month we're talking about capturing the spirit, that spirit of Christ consciousness, basically, that spirit of giving from the heart and not expecting anything back from it. A minister friend of mine who made his transition a long time ago used to tell this story this time of year about the fact that his classmates told him when he was 7 that there was no such thing as Santa Claus. And he went to his grandma and said, is that true? And she's like, no, it's not true. And I'm going to prove it to you. So they went down to the local store, one of those stores in a small town that sort of sells everything. And they were driving down, and she said, is there someone that you know that needs something, some gift that you would like to give someone? And he thought, and he thought, and he thought, and then he realized that there was a kid who sat behind him. His name was Bobby, and that Bobby had really bad breath. And he never wore a coat. So he went to the store. His grandma gives him $10. He goes to the store, and he gets a pack of gum and a coat. And he gives this, because the $10 was a lot of money then. And he gives him the $10, and the clerk says, is this a gift? And he says yes. So she doesn't give him any change, which he thought was kind of confusing, but he takes the coat, takes the gum, he puts the receipt and the tag back in the envelope that his grandmother gave him, and they drive over to Bobby's house. They park a couple of blocks down, they find a good place to hide, and then he runs up, drops the gift, knocks on the door really hard, and runs back to where they're hiding. And Bobby comes out, and he is just looking around. He is so excited. It's the first time he's ever had a coat. Puts a piece of gum in his mouth and just keeps looking around and starts to cry. And he said, and that's why I always believe there is a Santa, because That's Christmas. And it's not just Christmas, it's all year, right? But it's that, capturing that spirit of, oh, just pure love that we're looking at. And wrapped in that pure love, as we shared that first Sunday, there's some gladness and there's some sadness. And we gather for many different reasons and in many different ways. But we are never alone. Never. Because we're in divine partnership with the One. And the wings of grace are surrounding us always. So, the first Sunday we did this wonderful connection about remembering how important we are. So today, what I'd like you to do is I'd like just to have you give yourself a really big hug, because you are important, you make a difference, and the world would not be the world without you in it. And so, yay, a little self-love, nothing better. So we started this month by looking at the spirit of self, that idea that we know who and whose we are, that idea that what others think and say is not nearly as important to us as what we think and how we talk to ourselves. And last week, Reverend Joanne showed us, reminded us that the master teacher, Jesus, was the way shower on how to embody that Christ consciousness, of how to show up in the world, truly being able to say namaste. The Spirit, the God, the oneness in me honors the Spirit, the God, and the oneness of you. And there's been a trend, right? That trend that it all starts within ourselves. And that trend's going to continue because truly it is the inner work that we do. It is the inner work that we do for ourselves that radiates out, that expresses. And that inner work is always being done, whether we're conscious of it or not. So what we say to ourselves, what we allow to go over and over and over again in our mind, what we hide, thinking that no one will ever know, right? What we fail to recognize because we're afraid it's going to hurt too much, right? All of that is inner work. And we have all suited up and showed up because we're willing to do that inner work. And that is such a blessing because it allows each of us to express our individuality at a greater level, with more confidence and with more power. And while we're doing that, we're allowing the world to see us standing in our authentic selves. And that encourages others to do conscious inner work instead of just letting it play. So I want to share with you to start off with today a Chinese proverb. If there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace on earth. How many of us can truly envision peace on earth? I can't. I can grasp it in moments, right? When I'm meditating with a group of individuals, and that's sort of our mission. I can do that. But I can't really get my hands and my head and my heart around it. I want to. But because it all starts within, today I want to talk about that idea of working on our inner peace. Because when we're peaceful with ourselves, that allows us to create a peaceful home, which allows us to have peaceful relationships. And from there, it just expands beyond what we could possibly know. The master teacher Jesus was also often referred to as the Prince of Peace. He had the intention of peace. He had an intention of teaching everyone their power. He had the intention to be present and show people how loved and supported they were with that one power. And I believe even then the world was filled with chaos. You know, you read books from master teachers in New Thought, and as far back as I've ever gone, they all talk about, despite the financial pain, you know, despite the chaos in the world, even though things look like they've never been darker, they all have that in their books, right? Nobody's ever started a book saying, man, this world is just so positively on fire, I can't wait. It's just not there, no matter how far back you go. So yes, there is chaos, and there is uncertainty, and there is constant noise of crazy. And yes, peace does seem like a noble endeavor. But if we start with ourselves and then allow it to work outward, instead of trying to fix it all out there, if we don't give as much attention to the out there, we don't let it fill time and space in our head and in our heart, it can change. And that's why I love the story of the Grinch. He could not believe in love. He could not believe in community. He couldn't. And that's why he thought it was going to be so easy to destroy it. And such a great achievement. But at some point, he got to see it. He got to see the prototype of love and community, which allowed him to start to experience it, and then embody it, and then live it, right? And I think if we look, we can find a spiritual prototype for a peaceful life. Maybe not a peaceful world, but a peaceful life. And then we just have to let it shine, be that transformative light. That love in action, that joy in action, that peace-filled, joy-filled community that the Grinch experienced is ours to create through our own intention and our own inner work. You know, we talk here about using affirmations. We had a wonderful lunch, a little affirmation party at Julie and Pete's house last Sunday. We talk about affirmations and visualization, and we talk about prayer and gratitude and knowing that the good is already ours, right? We talk about all of that. And it works every time, with a couple of caveats, it seems. If it's something that we already have and we want more of, right? It's easy to give thanks for the more. If it's something that we've seen someone else experience, then it's easy to see that same experience as ours, already done. If it's something that we already believe is possible, right? For some reason, it's in our gut, so to speak, then it's easy to start giving thanks for that. But if it's something we've never seen, we've never experienced, but it's just this inner desire, it's not so easy to give thanks for it in advance because we don't have a spiritual prototype. We don't have something, someone that we can point to and say, see, it is possible. And I think for me anyway, that's true for world peace. Because I've never seen it or experienced it but I have experienced my own moments of peace in my life. I have experienced my own peace within my family and within my relationships. So it is that I invite us all to take hold of and expand and become more confident in sharing with the world. Deepak Chopra wrote a book a while back called Peace is the Way. And the whole idea is that peace, he talks about in the book in the beginning, peace is not the absence of war at all. Peace is a state of consciousness that we can all bring into the world, a state of consciousness and awareness that we can spread. And he offers 7 spiritual practices, one for each day of the week. And they are, for Sunday, you be peace. Monday, you think peace. Tuesday, you feel peace. Wednesday, you speak peace. Thursday, you act peace. Friday, you create peace. And on Saturday, you share peace. And he gives you an idea of how to do that, right? How to do that meditation, he gives you some suggestions on affirmations and all of those things. And I've got it all on a handout down here because originally that's what we were going to talk about today. And then I thought, you know what? We are powerful individuals and we do really good inner work. So why not just do the whole enchilada every day, right? I mean, why not just do it all? If we really want to feel peace in our life, if we really want to become more peace-filled, let's just spend time every day with that idea of peace. Now, you can exchange the word love for peace. It's all you can exchange joy for it, right? I mean, peace can expand from us in any version that we want to, in any God quality we want it to be, right? So if peace isn't your jam, you can do something else. As long as it's in that, God world, that God essence. And it's all about us getting clear on our inner work and our ability to create our little piece of joy or love or goodness in our world. And then allowing us to continue to see it expand and expand and expand. Inner work. So how many here have done like a treasure map or a visioning board or all of those things, right? Okay. What if I told you it was not necessarily a new concept, that it wasn't a new thought idea, that it actually came from the Bible? So there's this story in the Bible of Jacob, and Jacob has 2 wives, and he's got a scoundrel for a father-in-law. They live on this land because back then, land and animals were sort of a sign of richness. And so Jacob, by the way, he also has a little mistress on the side. And he's decided that living with his father-in-law is just not tolerable anymore. So he goes to his father-in-law and he says, I think it's time for me to go. And I'd like my dowry. And his father-in-law says, you know what? Wait until spring. And all those goats out there, all those goats that are born in the spring, they are all yours. Every one that is spotted is yours to take. And Jacob thought, okay, I get it. Thank you. And then he realizes that there is not one spotted goat in the entire herd. Not one. And you kind of need a spotted goat to get a spotted goat. And he's like, okay, this isn't good. So, not to be deterred, what Jacob does is he goes out and he gets these branches and he cuts knots in these branches. So these branches are now looking spotted, right? And he takes these spotted branches and he puts them all around the watering hole. So every time he looks out and sees the goats, he sees spots. And he watches, he looks at those spots and admires those spots all winter long. So come spring, what happens? He has spotted goat babies, whatever you call a goat baby. But all of the babies born are all spotted. And off he goes. Seeing is believing, but you can see your version of it, right? You can see and believe even though it's not really a spotted goat. It's the believing part. Think about this. If we really believed in this teaching and we had no disbelief or unbelief, we would all be healthy, wealthy, and wise, right? But we've all got some of that gunk. And the more of that gunk we filter out, the easier it is to be that which we really want. So let's talk about the whole enchilada. Here's sort of my idea of how we can all court the presence, how we can all create peace. It starts by courting that presence inside. To court in our meditation, to actually court the presence of peace or love or joy, but just to court it, to demand it before we go into that meditation. We can think and feel peace throughout the day by just stopping to take a conscious breath and just knowing, let's do that. Just put your hand on your heart. Let's just feel that heartbeat. Let's take a breath. That is life. That is peace. That is, oh my gosh, that is everything. And we can do that throughout the day without people looking at us very funny. We can feel, speak, and act from that place of loving peace. We can respect others and become curious, right, of what their belief is without questioning it or telling them that they're wrong. We can feel that peace. We can act from that place of peace by doing random acts of kindness, by seeing something that needs to be done and doing it. And we can end our day with gratitude for all of the peace and love and joy that we've not only experienced, but that we've shared. That right there, my friends, is what we can do every single day. And it's not a stretch from what we're already doing. It really isn't. And if you're not a meditator, don't get stressed out about it. Meditation is as simple as just getting quiet, focusing on your breath, and just thinking peace, thinking love, allowing it to be fully present within you. Even for 2 minutes, right? It's a place to start. So, Dr. Wayne Dyer wrote, "Send out love and harmony, put your mind and body in a peaceful place, and then allow the universe to work in the perfect way that it knows how to work." This isn't about, this whole enchilada is not about doing the physical work or forcing something to happen. It's just being willing to be a vessel for that direction and guidance. Create an affirmation that sings to you, that allows you to know that your heart is spirit individualized. And then act from a place of being present. Like when someone's speaking to you, actually listen to them. Don't worry about what you're going to say back. Because sometimes more often than not, we need that space after someone finishes a sentence so that we can act instead of react. Dennis Merritt Jones from The Art of Being. "The secret of inner peace is being present even in every moment. It's about witnessing how we see the world and ourselves, and to know where we are placing our power. Act, we're in our power. React, Yeah, not so much so. And then gratitude. That idea of gratitude, Zig Ziglar. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. The more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude for. I know I talk a lot about gratitude, but I have to tell you, it's kind of the magic pill for me. It is that, just that. If that is all we do, is spend time being grateful every day, things just gradually and consistently expand, including peace in our world. So, that's your assignment this week. Just add a couple of minutes to court the presence. Take a couple of times during the day and just be grateful, be peaceful, be present, be aware. It's not big stuff, it's little stuff. And it's that little stuff that continues to expand. And next thing you know, it's like, man, when did my world get so perfect? That's how this works. That's exactly how this works. Okay, join me. Let's do a prayer. Just take that wonderful breath, recognizing that, I am one with Spirit. And it's from that place, right here and right now, that I command peace. Peace in my life. Peace in the life of anyone here who is willing to say yes to that. I let go of all of the to-do lists. I let go of all of the things that need to happen. I let go of any idea of what a perfect holiday season looks like. I let go of it, and I just breathe in that peace. And I am willing right here and right now to be an instrument of it, knowing that I am divinely guided and directed, knowing that I am divinely supported and loved. I make myself available to be that vessel of peace. And I am open. My heart is open wide. So in this moment, I just say thank you as I release these words, knowing that Spirit is doing all of the heavy lifting. All of the heavy lifting. I just remain open. Open. I let these words go, knowing that it is already done, knowing that it is already in action, and so it is.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in a heavenly peace, sleep in a heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born, the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth.
Very nice, very nice. You know, I'll just talk about peas. Your family's always trying to get me to eat peas. Now I have to internalize them, evidently. And I got to go sleep in peas now, so I'm not quite sure I understand this today. But now is our, well, it's better than the first ones. Okay. I'll be walking home. Okay. Now is our time for conscious giving. And just take a moment and hold your envelope in your hands and realize that the law of circulation is always working, the law of attraction. And as we go forward here with open hearts, remember that we have 2 Sundays you won't be here, so you can put 3 times as much in there if you'd like to. So, and with that, we'll pass the baskets.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. We bless the gifts and we bless the givers. A few announcements. We have one more book study. If you have not attended, you can still join in for the last one. Just send an email to info@cslminneapolis.org, and it'll be on hiatus until after the first of the year. We have a Science of Mountain Foundations class going on that will start on January 10th from 7 to 9. You can register and pay for that online at our website. There's 3 different levels of paying there. And then this year you'll be introduced to the basics of Science of Mind, meditation, spiritual mind treatment, and such. It's a very good refresher if you've done it before, or to get a little deeper involved in what we have going on here. On the 7th of January, following service, we will have a Circle of Intention with Reverend Joanne and Reverend Debbie. Do you want to say a couple words about it?
I do. It's actually going to be following fellowship, and we are going to gather in a circle and share what our intentions for the year are. We're going to share anything that's not working in our life or any place we want support from. And the idea is to gather and not only do a guided meditation to visualize the growth of this center and of this teaching, but also the growth spiritually and the work spiritually that each of us individually are doing. And so we're going to do that once a month. The first Sunday of every month, we're going to gather. We're going to do a guided meditation. We're going to share from the heart, and it should last, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, maybe, it all depends. So we're going to go with the flow. We're going to start it off. And we invite you all to join us, and it'll be after fellowship. And we'll use the room that we use for meditation. We do meditation here every Sunday at 9:30, so we'll use that room, which is kind of quiet and a little darker than this room is. Also, while I'm up here, I'm going to talk about Christmas Eve. That Sunday, we are not going to be here because the building is closed. And so Reverend Joanne and I are putting together a little Christmas message similar to what we did for Thanksgiving. So that'll come out for all of those of you who have the newsletter. It'll also be posted to our website. On New Year's Eve day, we're also closed. So we are going to host a brunch at our house. And we're going to start at 10, like a normal service, and we're going to do a burning bowl to get rid of what we don't want to take. We're going to do Jerusalem stones to set our intention for the year, and then we're going to break bread together, so it should be very fun. You can sign up on the website. You can sign up here. You can send a note to info@csl.org, and then we are going to send out a note with our address and directions so everybody knows how to get there. And for those of you online who are not able to join us, I'm going to do online that day. There will also be a little video from me kind of walking us through, and together we will do just that. We will use some paper and get rid of some stuff and set some intentions and do a little guided meditation to support us, and it'll be way fun. So if you can't join us on Sunday at our house, please look on our website or tap in online.
And if you sign up, we do need your email address because that's where we will send you the directions and how to get there. And working with, working with that, Marv has a little something.
I have a Christmas gift for every family unit that is here this morning. I'd like to ask if somebody from your family unit to please come see me as soon as the service is over. If you like that I do this every year, please thank Anthony, because it was not for Anthony, there would not have been one this year. Of course, if you do not like it, I suppose you should chastise Anthony. But in any case, please don't be shy. You'll make an old man really happy if you just come on down. And if you know anyone who is not able to be here this morning, I will bring these back when we start meeting here on January. So please ask me for one then.
All right.
And Merry Christmas.
Thank you, thank you. And we here have a gift for you. We have the gift of spiritual mind treatment. And you can request that online. You can request one up here. You can meet with one of the practitioners after service. Right now we've got Leif, Dee Dee, Colleen, Celeste, me, Reverend Joanne, or Reverend Debbie.
You are walking.
And Reverend Sherry's in the house also, so please feel free to approach somebody and do that. And now I will pray us out, and then they'll be sung out with another Christmas song, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No peas in it, right?
No peas.
No peas, okay. Well, in this sacred moment of introspection, let's take a breath, close our eyes, and turn our awareness inward, acknowledging the boundless reservoirs of peace that dwells within. Guided by the principles of science and mind, we affirm the presence of a tranquil sanctuary at the core of our being. We tune our thoughts to the frequency of harmony and balance, and may the turbulence of external circumstances be met with the calm assurance that lies within the unshakable serenity. In our minds, let us dismiss thoughts into the golden elixir of inner peace. With gratitude, we recognize our capacity to choose thoughts that nourish the soul, cultivating a garden of tranquility amidst the fluctuations of life. May we water the seeds of love, compassion, mindfulness, fostering in a rich tapestry of peace that unfolds with every breath. In the symphony of existence, may the melody of our thoughts resonate with the universal rhythm, creating a harmonious dance between our inner world and the great cosmic order. And as we navigate the currents of experience, may the compass of inner peace guide us through the ebbs and flows. In the stillness of this moment, let's embrace the power of presence, releasing the burdens of the past and anxieties of the future. May the light of understanding dispel the shadows of doubt, and may the warmth of self-compassion soothe our inner turmoil. And so, with hearts attuned to the sacred frequency within, we bless ourselves with the gift of inner peace. May it radiate from the depths of our being, touching every facet of our lives, and being outwardly blessed for the transformative energy of serenity. And so it is.
So it is.
And now we'll be sung out.
You guys can stand up for this. It's not really dancey, but you know, you can kind of bop up and down, I guess. It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you'll be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all. With those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-da-ba, ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Ba da 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 ba 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 ni ba da da ba da ba da da ba da 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 da. Ba ba da ba ba da ba da da ba da da ba da da. There'll be parties for hosting and marshmallows for toasting and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time, yes, the most wonderful time. You're the most wonderful time of the year. Merry Christmas.